My name is Fiona Hughes and I'm the clinical manager for the new Jigsaw service at Wicklow.
And I'm Tomás Griffin. I'm a youth advisory panel member for Lee Shoffley, and I was one of the people who was meant to do the Leaving Cert last year during the first lockdown.
Okay.
So Fiona, I remember sleep being an issue for myself and for my friends last year. We'd be at home all day and then we'd be up all night worrying about the exams. But we know it was a common issue right now for a lot of students, and it still is a problem.
Yeah.
So do you have any advice?
Yeah, no, for sure, Thomas. And I guess, yeah, just to reassure you, it's a really big issue for people at the moment, because if you think about it, two big factors affect our sleep: a good routine and also levels of stress, or how we're feeling, how relaxed or how stressed we feel. And we kind of have the perfect storm at the moment, don't we, where there's high levels of stress because there's so much uncertainty, and there's really poor routine for everybody in terms of our days, you know. So there are two of the reasons why sleep is such a difficulty at the moment. So I think understanding that and then learning to work with it is probably the first place that we'd look to start. So in terms of trying to improve it, the first thing is really to look at your routine. It's kind of the basic stuff, trying to keep as much as possible to a getting up time and a going to sleep time as much as you possibly can. At the weekends being less strict on that, but the rest of the week trying as much as possible to do it, and using an alarm if you need to. Crucially, not an alarm on your phone, because another thing that we find is people using their phone so much as an alarm. But what else do we have on our phone? All our social media, Netflix. And it's just too easy when it's beside the bed to pick it up and to start to be on it and to have bad routines around that. So what we certainly suggest is a good routine, and use maybe an alarm clock to keep you to that routine. Look at your activities just before you're meant to be going to sleep. We often do things that trigger our brain into thinking, I want you to wake up. That's things like being on our phones with that blue light in the dark, you know, checking posts, following something, listening to something, or watching something on Netflix. But that blue light triggers our mind into thinking, you want me to wake up? So instead, for a good half an hour before you're planning on going to sleep, turn off all those devices. Make sure you're doing something that relaxes your mind, gives your mind the message, I want to go to sleep soon. Think about really separating out your sleep space from your study space, if at all possible. So think about, you know, closing away. If you're, you know, a lot of us are studying in our rooms or working from our bedrooms possibly. Even if you can close off the laptop, put the books away, and not have them out, and it really gives the message to the brain, that bit's over, now I'm in this part.